Did y'all see the big debates have been announced? It's happening.
I couldn't really.
The battle of the geriatrics.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think it's a good idea for either of them.
No.
If I were on either team, I would advise against it. I feel like Trump is going to say something to incriminate himself. Biden's brain might like malfunction. And I just don't want to see that. It just, but I'm going to have to watch it because, I mean, we talk about the shit on the show. So it's like an obligation. It's like, oh, now I have to commit to this too.
This sounds like must-see TV to me. I mean, you got one guy who might incriminate himself and one guy who might just malfunction live on TV.
Train wreck, you can't stop watching.
You
It's
gotta
like, I
watch this.
don't want to watch it. I don't care, but I have to.
I'm
watch
scared.
it.
I'm not even American, and I'm scared. I'm scared for the world. I just like November's coming up. It's happening, and things are just getting worse and worse. And it's like I can't, in good conscience, tell people to vote for Joe Biden. Not in the middle of like a genocide. It just kind of feels.
Oh, so you want Trump to win?
Yeah,
that's how it works.
God, I did a video today that I put out about Jordan Klepper getting booed from the audience, and it was really just kind of like a segue into a bigger segment about polls and whatnot. And I had so many libs in the comments like unsubscribing. I'm like, what? Because I talked about the fucking polls. Are you that delicate? Jesus Christ! I mean,
okay, so it seems a little early for debates, right? So this has got to be like the earliest they've ever done this, right?
Well, it's not until June.
Yeah.
It'll be June 27th, I think.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
Too.
All right.
it is
still,
but it is earlier though.
It's still early. Like it's normally in the fall, right? I mean, at least I feel like it is.
No, you're right. There's a reason for that actually. Or there's the speculation about why Joe Biden is doing this. So any past president who was polling as bad as he is, that debated later, never recovered. So his hope is that if he debates earlier, he can maybe recover if there's anything bad. Hopefully give him a boost. So there's a reason why, he wanted it to be earlier, which is the good move if you're going to do it, because if there's some catastrophic mistake that he makes, some gaffe, then he has time to kind of recover
to fix it. Is this like a non-sanctioned? Is this like a an exhibition fight in the sense?
Yeah.
Where, I read that it's not. I guess the commission or committee on debates is not actually like overseeing this or organizing it.
Oh,
so I don't know if it's like, is this like an off the grid kind of thing? Like it's just like a friendly spar for exhibition's sake, like the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson boxing match, or like in boxing they're like, well, no committee will sanction this, so if you do it, it's on you. If he dies, he dies.
I gotta be honest with you. The whole thing seems very perverse. Both of them.
This is the political equivalent of that, basically. Like, wait, do we want to watch this? Yes, we do.
Yes, we still
will. Want to see an old man get pushed in the face? Probably.
Not really.
Oh, man.
Maybe, yeah.
Not really.
They're both bad people, but
yeah, it's literally the same for me. It's like, all right, if I don't watch it, everyone on my timeline is gonna be talking about it, so I at least should catch a little bit of this.
right.
Well, and part of me on some sick level is just like kind of secretly hoping that Mike Tyson is just gonna light him up, and then that'll be like pretty wild to see. And then it might not be that, and it'll just be depressing, and I'll just be watching an old man get beat up by like a 8-year-old or something. And like, why? Why am I doing this? It's sick. Yeah,
it's sick. It really is.
Yeah.
I feel like also I don't know if you guys know Under the Desk News, but they do a lot of like news videos on TikTok. They're like one of the biggest news TikTokers, and they did a video about how Joe Biden is just not listening to the younger voters anymore. Because,
none of them are.
Yeah, because they're really leaning their analysis, which I agree with, because I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense. Their analysis is that, okay, the Biden administration has accepted that they've lost the younger generation. They're really going to tap into the Republicans that are like, oh, Trump never again, and the liberals that are like, Trump never again. And so their analysis said that, okay, the way that we can combat this is that if younger generation, so 18 through like 32, 33, goes in and registers even as independent for this upcoming election, so that they can really see like within the registration numbers that they're screwed. But I mean, I don't know how many people we can mobilize to actually do that or how feasible that is. You know what I mean? And their strategy is just so
The
bad.
undecided,
Exactly. It's a risky bet.
the undecided vote worked out really well in terms of like actually flexing the fact that you need to do this in key swing states like Michigan. Look, the tens of thousands of people have chosen to say we are uncommitted, and we are kind of single issue on this at this point. Like I equate it like this. I see every other week McDonald's is so desperate and trying so hard to get customers back, just being like, the $5 mega meals back, the McRibs back, the $4 mega meal, the $3 mega meal, and everyone's like, just say that you no longer are going to do business in the occupied West Bank, and I'll go buy your food, your shit food, right? I don't care about the deals or the values or any of that, and I think a lot of voters feel the same way about Joe Biden. It's like they're not going to be able to get past, like, it's too horrifying to wake up every day and to turn on social media and to see this much like dead children. I never in my lifetime thought I would experience this, but everyone is simultaneously, and it's fucking us up. And like when people are like, why are the kids so serious and they're all angry and stuff? This is why, because they all see with their own eyes what's happening. They like, you can't lie to them anymore. You can't say this is actually not happening as bad as you think. It's a military operation. It's in self-defense. It's like, but there's nothing left. This looks like y'all nuked them. This looks like this is what nuclear explosions are supposed to look like. People are mad for a reason. And they're not going to just randomly be like, you know what, all right, the lesser of two evils, here we go. Like a lot of young voters are like, fuck you. I'm so angry. I'm so upset. I'm so sad. And I feel helpless. That's the problem.
It's a radicalizing moment for a lot of people, you know, because it just, when you see these images, nothing else matters. Like all the arguments that they make, nothing else matters. Like I want that to stop. Like, and every single day there's more. And regardless if you want to see it or not, it pops up. Like there was a video of a little boy with half of his head blown off. It was like hollow. That one haunted me all night. I couldn't get it off of my mind. And I'm like, man, that little boy is younger than my niece. Like, what is, you know, it's just, people aren't going to forget this. You know what I mean? And I think that right now, part of the problem that Biden has is that even if, let's say he did a 180 tomorrow, I think it's too late. I think that too many people are gone, you know? So what his only option at this point is to try to win back the people he lost. That's going to be difficult, but I think there's going to be a lot that would choose to suck it up and vote for him to stop Trump. But really what he has to focus on now is registering new Democratic Party voters, people who aren't engaged. That's really the ticket. And that's every single election, right? Democrats have two jobs. You get out your base and you register enough new voters, because the Republican Party, it's going to have that same amount of people every single time. If you look at polls, Trump is hanging on to more of his base than Biden. Biden is losing more of his base, particularly young people and non-white people. And that's why he's behind in every single swing state. And there was a report that Biden is reportedly denying the polls. He thinks he's actually ahead. So
yeah, that's real.
And then you have people like Morning Joe also saying that these polls that the New York Times and Siena College is producing, their junk polls. So he's reinforcing this idea that nothing is wrong. You don't have to change a thing. And everything is copacetic. Just keep on steaming right ahead. And it's just, we're watching a train wreck in the future, but also one right now. And they don't know how to stop. And part of it that is so frustrating is all of the gaslighting. Like politicians are still pretending like they can lie to us. Like this is the Vietnam War. Times have changed, right? Like we see footage. The people who you are genociding, they can actually film what you're doing and show all of us. So the old propaganda tricks no longer work, which is why they want to ban TikTok.
Yeah,
it's not because of the Chinese AI and insidiousness and turning the kids anti-Semitic and all that.
You know what really pisses me off about that too? At the event that I was at, and Cory Booker was there, this event was all influencers. I mean, I hate to say it, I'm a content creator / influencer, right? So a lot of us use TikTok as one of our main platforms, and Cory Booker actually voted for the TikTok ban. And a lot of people were going up to him and they were like, why are you pandering to us so that we promote you right now at this event when you banned our source of income, our source of livelihood, and our source to promote you? And he, once again, had some sort of like a regular political response. You have that other person, I believe he's definitely a congressman. And he had 5 million followers on TikTok, and he voted for the TikTok ban. And I was like, why are government officials, including the president himself, on an app that they claim is a national security? And why did y'all wrap that TikTok ban within a bill that included sanctions on Iran and Russia? Like, two different issues. I don't understand, right? Because that's the only way you knew that you could pass that bill, is wrapping it in with sanctions.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and also one other thing that the American government is really not considering with the TikTok ban is that people can go on TikTok and make money like that. You can get something off of TikTok Shop and like promote it, get whatever commissions off of it. You can join the creator beta program, which is much faster, much more lucrative, like faster lucrative than, you know, what YouTube is. YouTube, you have to work on it for a year.
Hold on. I got to make a note of this. What am
I'm telling you.
Well, in Canada, I've got 26,000 TikTok followers, and I'm not allowed in the creator program yet. So
okay, well,
I think it's an American thing.
You're in
Yeah,
Canada.
I know.
I'm sorry.
We're a
You're
made-up
Canada,
country.
Australia,
We're a joke.
you can't do it. Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry, man. But in general, you can, and it's like the government is gonna completely take away, like, what, $500 extra a month is literally food on the table for some families. You know, $1,000 a month is, you know, maybe preschool for someone's child. Like, people are living paycheck to paycheck. The average American has about $5,000 in their bank account, lives paycheck to paycheck. So you guys are gonna take away this app. Are you guys gonna offer government subsidies for all of us that depend on TikTok to put food on the table? Like, they haven't thought about any of this.
Right.
Yeah. It's so annoying.
Up yours. Sons of bitches. Woke moralist.
I dreamed I saw my maternal grandmother. She was stroking herself absent-mindedly. I let her have her way. Her genital region was exposed. I let her have her way.